Okay, I'm Kaylee with Southern Ionics Human Resources Department, and this is our, I guess, first official benefit booster chat. It's going to be about the FSA accounts, just a very general run through and some tips and tricks for you. Susan Hadaway, the HR manager, is here, and she'll also be presenting and showing you some good things on the website that you may find helpful. If you have any questions, as you watch this, feel free to email us, SII_HR. Did I say that right? SII_HR at southernIonics.com. And if you have any ideas or anything that you would like to hear us talk on the Benefit Booster chat, feel free to let us know. Hi, Della. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen here. I'm going to start with showing you how to get to the FSA website. It's actually my RSC. So it's actually myself, and you would go my company, news and information. And if you scroll down, the benefit provider sites, all of them are here. We try to keep them all updated. And the flexible spending account with the picture of the card is here. You can just click it and open the link. Once you've been there, of course, you can like bookmark this myrsc.com, and that's how you'll get there. If you need to activate your card, this is your first time using it, or maybe your first time having an FSA card, you'll go here in the middle, and you would just click activate, enter your card number, hit next. It's going to ask you for your personal information, like to verify your email and all that good stuff. And then you'll create your login ID. And of course, you want to keep up with this, your security questions. This is how you will get in each time. Maybe you have a card, but you haven't registered online. You can click this link here that says register, click the card, my source card, and it's going to take you through the same steps. And that's how you will register if you already have a card and it's already activated. All right, so once you get logged in, this is kind of what it looks like. You may have a notification screen pop up when you're first logging in, and that's just going to tell you any new messages that you may have. On the left-hand side, we're just going to go through these really quickly. Oh, it kicked me out. Susan, you may have to take over. It looks like it kicked me out.
No, it's just not letting me show. Okay, now. Okay. So I'll drive if you navigate.
Okay, so on the home screen, if you click home, this is the screen that you'll see when you first log in. The reimbursement accounts is where you'll see your account balances as well as your contributions. And Susan, can you talk to us a little bit about this? You have more experience with it.
Yes, like my election for the year, I elected to put in the maximum amount of $3,200. And it shows that year to date, there's been no funds deposited into my account because the pay date of the 11th probably hasn't posted yet. But I've still been able to use those monies. As you remember, FSA dollars, one of the great benefits is they're front loaded. So that $3,200 is available for an employee or me to use for claims. And I've had $95 worth of claims paid so far with my FSA card. And this number is what I have left remaining for the remainder, for the rest of the year. Each time that they make a deposit, and as I said, there's a little bit of a lag time between me getting paid on the 11th and these funds showing up there. But each pay period, there'll be money showing on my deposit and then my year-to-date claims, and then it'll show what the credit is available. So don't be concerned if you see your account balance is negative right now, because if you use more money, have your card used more in the first half of the year than you've actually contributed, it may show negative, but as long as you have total funds available, you can keep using it. And if you go here on the tab, like I want to go, gosh, I don't remember using my card but once this year. If you go up to the picture of the card and do account activity, you'll be able to see where those cards were used. January 10th, there was $16.98 at City Drug, and there was $20 at Cheatham Eye Care and $50 at the mail order store. So, and then $20 more at Caremark. So this was what makes up the $95. And I think one is probably still pending because I remember it being an even amount. And obviously this is 98 cents and change. So that one's probably still pending. But it is a nice way if you have multiple users on your card, like my husband and I both have one, and I don't remember, what account activity took place. It's a good way for me to look at it. I'm going to go back to the reimbursement accounts and then turn it back over to you. So obviously year-to-date claims, $95 probably doesn't include that last one.
Okay. So if you go to the Q&A for me on the left-hand side, I think, yeah, there we go. These are just some common questions that people have about FSA accounts. And this is where you will actually find the list of eligible expenses. So if you click on that, there should be a link to the IRS document that's, well, there is a link here, but this is going to give you a list where you can pick and choose to see what is covered by FSA. So this can be useful for those of us who are new and aren't exactly familiar with it. Ambulance rides are covered, fertility enhancements, maybe even a service animal if you need that, hearing aids. One that I found that was interesting is transportation and car expenses to and from the doctor's office visits. And there is also in that Q&A section, there is actually a link to an article from the IRS that has the same information just in a different form. So it's a very interesting read if you're new to the FSA and want to know what it covers. So if you click on, Susan, if you'll go to the personal information changes for me in the left hand corner, it's kind of like there we go. So this is where if you need to update your address or you have a name change or anything like that, this is how you can change it. At the top, there's a new transaction, personal information change. You would just hit that next button and it'll kind of prompt you to go through what needs to be changed and you can update that there. So Susan, am I missing anything that you find useful on the website?
Yeah, the only thing that I would mention, oh, am I mute still?
No, you're not.
Okay, you had mentioned about registering your card. One of the nice things that is valuable when you register your card, if you have an email address, if each time that card gets used, you'll get an email notification that says, your FSA card was used at Caremark for $20. And some people don't want those, and you can choose not to get them. But what I like is when I get the email, it'll tell me that like an issue is resolved and no action is necessary. The transaction has been fully substantiated and paid. I like to know that. Then I don't have to worry about any outstanding issues. And then also on the initial email, when the claim comes across, it tells you how much balance you have left. Some people don't want to take the time to log into the website and see what their balance is, especially towards the end of the year. So, I would say that's a personal preference. I like to get the email and it gives me a quick snapshot of how much money I have left for the year.
Awesome. One last thing that I'd like to point out is if you click on the card on the tabs, if you lose your card or need it replaced, you can request a replacement here. Of course, you can always reach out to us and we can get with, Fox Everett Hub manages this. So we can get with them to get you a new card, but you can do it yourself through the website here. And so there are a few like best practices. It's always best to have your physical card in hand. When you go to the doctor, be sure you have it with you. That allows for the least amount of errors. Of course, you can get reimbursed if you pay for something and you want to submit that claim to be reimbursed through your FSA account. But that allows, time for errors or room for errors, and then it takes time to get your money reimbursed. So we do encourage you to always have your card with you. If it's lost or stolen, of course, like I said, we can get you a replacement. And the IRS does require that you keep your receipts. So be sure just to have those on hand. If for some reason they needed that, you want to be able to, have it handy and be ready to give to them. Usually Fox Everett Hub can verify everything and it's not necessarily requested, but it is best practice to always have those receipts on hand. And I think that's all that I have. Susan?
I do not have anything else to share. It's one of my favorite benefits, and if used correctly, it's very valuable.
Okay, well, if you guys have any questions or any inputs on if there's anything that you would like to hear us talk about, or if you have any questions, just reach out. Thank you.
Have a good day.